Yo, welcome everyone. Market makers have started forming a new bearish pattern, but do not get trapped now because a new all-time high is probably coming sooner rather than later. Let me show you. On the 30-minute time frame, Bitcoin has right now gotten two swing failure patterns or liquidity grabs in a row. We got the first high, which was definitely broken, and the first rejection back down. Another high, of course, another swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab, another rejection back down. And it really does look like that right now on the 30-minute time frame, we are forming some kind of a head and shoulders pattern. And trust me, a lot of people right now are already positioned with brand new short or sell positions. How do I know that? Pay attention right now to the open interest and the CVD indicator on the entire way towards the upside. And also right now, the entire time we are forming this specific head and shoulders pattern, people continue to short because the CVD indicator is seeing a push towards upside, and this specific indicator simply tells us if buying or selling pressure is coming in the market. Because it's pushing towards upside, selling pressure is coming in, open interest is increasing towards the upside, which simply means people are right now looking at this specific head and shoulders pattern and they are trading it, they are simply firing brand new short or sell positions. But to be honest, I really would not look for any short positions even if the head and shoulders pattern is going to see a break towards the upside in the next couple of hours, and that is why as of right now I do remain in all of my long positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and also on many different altcoins. And later in the video I'm even going to give you two different trading ideas where you can actually fire another long or a buy position. And of course, we are not trading right now any breakdowns out of the pattern right here, simply because we are trading with the trend. And something very important I posted about yesterday on Twitter right here. Sometimes the best thing you can do is close the chart and let the trend do its thing. As of right now, we are not going to guess when the trend is going to end. Bitcoin is forming higher highs and also higher lows. Exponential moving averages on all of the time frames, on the 30-minute, on the 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and 4 hourly time frame, are right now saying to us we are trading in an uptrend. So even though as of now market makers are forming some kind of a head and shoulders pattern at this specific area, no way I would right now be interested to fire another short position as the majority of people are as of right now doing. And guess what? If majority is right now shorting Bitcoin, some kind of a short squeeze, at least in my opinion, is very likely to happen already as of right now from this specific area, or maybe even from slightly lower, because later in the video I do need to share with you a very nice support level you need to be aware of. And that is why right now I would also appreciate if you smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you what we can actually trade and where we can actually fire another long or a buying position. We are going to approach the chart slightly differently, because remember, if you're trading patterns, usually you're going to be shorting exactly at the area of support, and usually if you're trading any breakouts, you're going to be going with a long or a buy position exactly at the area of resistance. But the main strategy is always going to be bullish at the area of support and bearish at the area of resistance. Guess how I was able to fire another long position on Bitcoin? By looking to go with a long at the area of support. I was buying fear when the crypto fear and greed index was definitely screaming that we were in the fear area, and of course people were selling, people were getting wrecked and completely liquidated. But the reality is we need to do the exact opposite of what majority is doing. And as of right now, if the majority is positioned with a short or a sell position, looking at the head and shoulders pattern, we once again need to trade with the trend and do the complete opposite. So what we can right now actually do right here, we are going to go with the parallel channel, connecting our recent highs and expanding this this one towards the downside. And it does look like on the 30-minute time frame, despite our head and shoulders pattern that majority is right now looking at, we could also be trading in some kind of a horizontal range. And what we usually say, at the bottom of the range, we are more bullish, expecting a bounce towards the upside and a rotation back towards the top of our range. And at the top of the range right here, we are not really interested to fire any long positions. We are simply expecting a rejection towards downside. Now, to be honest, I do actually think this specific horizontal range is actually eventually going to see a break towards the upside because Bitcoin is simply moving in a very strong uptrend. That is why I am not really interested shorting at the top of the range right here. However, we can still be interested going with a brand new long or a buy position exactly at the bottom of our range. And let me right now share with you why the bottom of the range right here is a very nice support level you should really be aware of. Now, we are going to go back on the 4-hour time frame, measuring the entire recent upper price action with volume, where you're right now going to see the value area high, the first volume support level on Bitcoin, is coming in at approximately 108.2 thousand US dollars, just slightly below our horizontal range. And you also need to be aware that deviations from our ranges are something very common. We got a very slight deviation at the top of our range right here, acceptance back in the range, rotation back towards downside. And also right here, if we do see another push down towards our volume level, acceptance back into our horizontal range right here, we can simply be interested to fire another long or a buy position on the Bitcoin chart itself. And also, this specific volume area of support right here is really not the only level that is right now important in a case Bitcoin does see another rotation back towards downside. Exactly at this specific area, Bitcoin also does have another old daily high term time frame area of support, which historically speaking, it has been a very important level. It has been the area of resistance, and once broken towards the upside, it is clearly going to be an area of support. That is why I am telling to you, if we right now do see another push down towards our volume level right here, and if we do see then acceptance back into our horizontal range, we are trading the range until it breaks. We are bullish at the area of support, expecting a bounce towards the upside, and also most importantly, we are trading with the trend, which definitely means support levels have a higher probability of holding. But of course also, what if the support level right here is going to be broken towards upside? A lot of people are then scared to fire another long or a buy position if they get stopped out of the first buy position simply because they lost money on the trade. The reality is, if the trend is still towards the upside, we can still be interested to fire another long position at the area of support. And if you right now already follow me on Twitter, you definitely know what is going to be our next important support level you should really be aware of, because what I said right here, the only two important support levels for Bitcoin are at approximately 108.2 thousand US dollars, the one I just shared with you right here. But also, if we are going to go slightly lower, point of control, the biggest volume cluster, aligning with the golden Fibonacci ratio, is going to be just slightly lower towards downside. So in my opinion, you have only two important options that you can right here do. Looking to go with a long or a buy position at the first volume support level, once Bitcoin does see once again acceptance back in the range, stop loss placed exactly below the recent low. If we then continue lower, yes, you're going to get stopped out of the trade, but nevertheless, do not be afraid to re-enter a position if we are then going to hit our lower area of support at approximately 107.5 thousand US dollars, because it is still going to be a volume level, a golden Fibonacci ratio. And also, if you look like that, our recent low on Bitcoin was formed approximately at this exact area, which right now means it is also going to be a very nice liquidity level. That is why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below in the description, because only after you register, you are going to get 10 USDT completely for free. Now, this specific bonus is unfortunately limited to only first 300 users, but nevertheless, after you deposit, you're also going to get a 20% deposit bonus. So you can actually track all of your deposits, all of your trades, all of your volume in the campaign center, because as of right now, yes, we are hosting this very exclusive campaign, and that is why take an advantage of the free bonuses without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below in the description, because only after you register, you're already going to get 10 USDT. Now, let me also share with you the monthly returns for BTC, because once you pay attention to the month of July, you're clearly going to see more often than not, the month of July is usually a bullish month for Bitcoin. That is why I'm always telling to you, if we are right now trading with a trend, it is clearly towards the upside. That is why, at least in my opinion, a bullish month of July is quite likely to happen, and that is why we can definitely be looking for another all-time high in the next couple of days to be formed on the Bitcoin chart itself. But if you right now also pay attention to the month of August, you can clearly see quite often we are seeing the month of August to be red. So of course, in the month of August, we are then going to be slightly more careful for Bitcoin if we are going to see another push towards downside. But nevertheless, if Bitcoin right now does form another all-time high in the next couple of days, definitely I am going to be taking some profits, not only on the long position of Bitcoin, also on the long positions on Ethereum, Hype, with XRP, Solana, and also many other ones. But nevertheless, as of right now, we are bullish, the trend is towards the upside, and also right now, if you pay attention to exactly what the indicators are right now telling to us, the RSI indicator, the money flow indicator, and also the MACD indicator, all of them are as of right now forming some kind of a hidden bullish divergence. Now, I am aware that Bitcoin only a couple of hours ago formed another very slight lower low right here, but look right now at the RSI, a significant push towards the downside. MACD indicator, also quite a significant push down, with the money flow indicator being even in the oversold area, and clearly it is going to form another significant lower low right here. So that is why all of the indicators right here, in my opinion, are very much bullish, suggesting to us look to buy at the area of support, because probably another push towards the upside can definitely be expected on the Bitcoin price itself. Additionally, pay attention right now to the liquidations on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 3-day time frame. Bigger liquidations are not coming in below the recent lows, but actually above the recent highs, exactly above the recent high at approximately 110.6 thousand US dollars. 93 million of short positions are going to get wrecked and completely liquidated. If we do right now see another push down at approximately 108.4 thousand US dollars, which is actually going to mean Bitcoin is probably going to hit our volume level right here, another 88 million of long positions are going to be liquidated and are going to get completely wrecked. So that is why I am telling to you, at the area of support, we can still be looking for another long position, because ideally we are then also still looking for another all-time high to happen on Bitcoin sooner rather than later. Not to mention, pay attention right now to the Achler stochastic CG oscillator on the 4-hour time frame. We are trading at the oversold area, bullish Bitcoin indication. On the daily time frame, we are also curving towards downside. Probably if we do see right now a bounce, is going to see a push towards the upside, but nevertheless it is looking bullish. And additionally, weekly time frame is right now also looking bullish on the Achler stochastic CG oscillator. So ideally I want to see higher. Ideally, make sure you're looking to buy BTC approximately at the first support level, or maybe if we are going to go slightly lower, for you to be longing the second support area, because simply the outcome is probably going to be the same, a brand new all-time high in the next couple of days. That is why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below in the description, because only after you register you're already going to get 10 USDT and then deposit on your account, because you're also going to get a 20% deposit bonus. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.